Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Haunted Horizons podcast. With me, as always, is Amy Davis.
And I'm here with Jack Devin.
And today we're going to be talking about dogs and how they can interpret different spirits. The dog in question in today's episode is going to be Sammy, our faithful sidekick and amazing specter detector.
Yes, he's like a paranormal emotional support pup.
Yes, among many, many others. And he actually has helped us out in quite a few instances, including during our filming and other instances over at the Jackson Courthouse.
Yeah, the good old Amador County Courthouse and Jail.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So our season finale for season 1, he joined us when we were investigating over there. It's a place that I spend most weekends at. I've been investigating there for almost 2 years now. I run some tours over there, and Jack came over so that we could film on our own and check some things out. And Sammy was so excited to see you.
Yes.
So we should describe Sammy, right? Like,
Sammy is the cutest doodle pup thing.
he's a golden doodle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to me, he's Sammy.
He's kind of a gingery redhead,
Yeah,
spicy redheads.
Sweetest. And he has a knack for picking up spirits over there. And also, even up until recently, if you don't bring Sammy with you, the spirits exactly don't like that. And they say, "Where's our friend, Sam?"
Well, they don't exactly say that.
Well,
but when we turn on the spirit box, we often get dog, pup, Sam, Sammy.
Yep.
Because a lot of times it's just one word that comes through. And usually 2, 3, 4 times a night we get like, where is our dog? Where is our local resident?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but you used to have a dog named Max,
Mm-hmm.
and Max came to the courthouse one time.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So we were doing some checking out of this Jackson Courthouse, and a quick little tangent, if you don't mind, is there's a certain spirit by the name of Robert in the front.
Robert's in the basement.
Robert's in the basement. So
Peter and Joseph are in the front.
And I scared one of them because they thought that I was a sheriff. So I actually had to...
That was Robert in the basement.
And I had to walk away in order to have it so that spirit came forward. But I think it was that night is that Max, which is a pretty bigger dog, he looked off into the distance in this empty courthouse. Nothing's in there. They're actually setting up, and I believe it's already an active Shakespeare theater.
Yeah, upstairs in the old courthouse.
Mm-hmm. And so he looks off to one of the empty rooms, and for an extended period of time, seemingly looking at something. Upon review of the footage, we couldn't see anything, but it visibly made him flinch. So much so that it really spooked him, and he ran to go find us.
Yeah.
So dogs have a really interesting way, and this is one of those things where people report this all the time, of dogs seeing stuff, of them growling, of them being able to pick up on things that are otherwise unseen.
Yeah.
To us.
Yeah. And the funny thing is cats have a reputation of, constantly staring off into space, looking into corners, and a lot of people think that cats see things because they have a wider range of visual spectrum than we do.
Yes.
And I do think that's correct. I mean, I have 6 cats. I'm a little bit of a crazy cat lady. And then, of course, good old Sammy. Mm-hmm. And so I do think that animals have a sensitivity. And having Sammy around at the historic Amador County Courthouse has been a phenomenal investigative experiment that I've been logging on a continuous basis, because every time we get that feedback of Sammy, dog, pup on the spirit box, I log that as data.
Right.
And the other thing that I've been logging as data is the activity level in the courthouse. I use a lot of different key factors that I log, like environmental factors and solar data and barometric pressure and that sort of thing. And Sammy has become one of those data points.
Wow.
And I've been monitoring what the spirit activity level is on a night that Sammy comes in. And consistently, every single night that Sammy has entered the building, the activity level spikes. It becomes a much more intensive night.
So he is a living, breathing trigger object.
Yes.
trigger item. That's really fascinating.
Which makes sense. We're very emotionally attached to animals, you know, especially the domesticated ones that live with us. They mean a lot to us. Our hearts go into them. So if what we're dealing with in the paranormal at these haunted locations is human spirits, then that stands to reason that it would possibly have an emotional effect on the spiritual energy in the place.
Right.
So, what was the first thing that you noticed when you came to the courthouse in regards to Sammy, like in like the paranormal? Because I've seen it a lot. I've documented a lot. I want to hear what you thought with investigating with Sammy for a full night.
I was told by you that the spirits there, they do like Sammy.
Yeah.
And upon doing what we were doing, which was investigating, checking it out, and I realized at a point in certain areas, including the boiler room down there, that Sammy started getting, and there's not a harmful bone in his whole body.
No.
He started getting shaky and nervous and very uncomfortable. And as we moved to another room, he'd perk right back up and be totally fine. And then it wasn't until a little bit later when we went yet up into where I believe the bunks or something were upstairs.
Yeah.
That's when he had a little doggy nervous breakdown in such a way, and just
No. That was the boiler room. That was the boiler room.
Okay.
That happened. Yeah, no,
And-
because when he's in the bunks, he's like rambunctious and running around. He really seems to amp. Remember I told you this is my party spirit.
Yes.
And
yes.
he seems to do really well in the bunk areas.
Yeah, there's certain
Yeah.
areas so that I noticed
But
that
he does
just
not like that boiler room.
something about it was
Yeah.
something that he didn't like, and we were only in there for we just finished setting it up. Even we were only in there for what, a couple minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and
When we were in the bomb shelter.
yeah,
In the basement.
You know what's really neat about that is if you're in the area, go take her tour.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. There is some really cool artwork on the walls in there.
Oh, the
from
graffiti?
Yes.
Yes.
That artwork is so cool. It reminds me of a in-person version of like World War II with Kilgore, with the guy with the big nose and the baby hair sticking over saying it's safe.
Oh.
It's like anyway, so that's Kilroy or Kilgore?
I don't know.
All the same. Anyways,
World War II was a little before my time.
me too. But all the same, though, the artwork in there is just so cool, and there's nothing like it anywhere else. And I know there's artwork like it other places, but there's nothing quite like it there, so it's pretty cool. I don't know. There's a lot of character at the Jackson Courthouse.
It is really special to me.
Yeah.
Just like Main Street and Placerville are really special to you.
Yeah.
But having an animal companion in a paranormal investigation has been a real eye-opening experience, because there have been times where, and you experienced this when Sammy was there, and also when Max was there, where there's some areas of the building where they'll whimper for no reason.
Absolutely.
And they'll stare off in the distance, and then you bring some equipment out, and suddenly the equipment's lighting up, you're getting feedback, you're getting responses. So, and we took Sammy out to what was that cemetery you took me to in Placerville? Not the Union Cemetery, but the other one. The city cemetery, the old city cemetery.
Yes.
Remember what happened there?
Remind me.
You and Sammy were walking around, you were down by a grave further down the hill. And you were just looking at it, checking it out, and Sammy started whimpering. And we broke out the equipment, and we got like EMF feedback. It was just EMF detectors.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the middle of the day, too. We were just checking it out. It
Yeah.
said to be the first cemetery in town.
We decided to set up equipment
Yes, we
during
did.
the podcast, because if you've been following along, the last 2 podcasts were us investigating the TV station, and where there was 2 spirits, 3 spirits here.
We actually got permission from the owner of this building to actually do that. So at some point, we're actually going to do a full-on investigation there.
Yes. Yeah.
Unfortunately, according to her, the Hangman's Tree no longer has any activity. However, here It said that
Seems to be
there's
active.
exactly right, especially
Yeah.
down here. So at some point we're going to do that, but for now,
Well,
we're
maybe
doing
it's not unfortunate that the hangman's tree, maybe they've, like, found peace, so that could be a good thing.
But it depends
know?
on who you talk to, though.
Well, I mean, we get
So-
excited about activity, so,
It's fun.
some people find it spooky.
Yes.
But yeah, we decided to leave the equipment on, or turn the equipment on for the podcast to see if maybe we have a secret ghost host. I love the sound of that, a ghost host that comes in. And we're back here. This is the motion detector. If you haven't caught any of our other episodes, this is what we call a flux right here. And see, all motion based.
And the range is decent. It's
Yeah, it's like 3 to 4 feet away. So
yeah, it's
It's
not bad.
So if you see that light up, if you see the EMF meters light up, feel free to drop it in the comments and let us know
Yeah.
that you were seeing things that maybe we weren't catching or pointing out. So welcome, ghosts. That was not us.
They're saying hello, by the
They're
way.
saying-
So
Or
thank
yes.
you for making your introduction. Last time we were thinking it may have been Sarah. There's a fair chance some of the indicators were saying that it's Sarah. There's also a miner that's down here.
Yeah.
And so I wonder who that miner is. I don't know.
We'll have to try to find out sometime.
Yeah, because this was the first, what's said to be the Stony Point Saloon, that's confirmed. But it's said to be the first spot in Placerville that actually had a cellar basement. And they dug all the way down to the bedrock, which is almost right below where we're at. And so is the natural.
But we're talking about dogs, so we're going to go back to that.
Right. I got consumed with the story here.
Oh.
Dogs, though, they don't want us to move on. It's not your show. Well, you're here with us. It is your show. I'm sorry. But the thing about it, though, is that dogs, they have a lot of common practices and traditions.
Yeah.
And a common thing, I think, that is not common knowledge, but there's all of these different traditions and fables and stories and lore around dogs as protectors, as cats as protectors.
Yeah.
And a lot of these places are separated through continents, through time, through ways that seemingly seem very, very improbable of having any sort of communication or any sort of intermingling of ideas.
Yeah.
So the fact of cats and dogs being messengers, guardians, dogs have also been known to be a form of like omens or something bad to happen. You hear this once in a while of a dog knowing someone's going to have a heart attack. You know, you hear stories like that once in a while. So
Yeah.
animals are incredibly in tune, and more than I personally think, and I know they're really in tune, but it's easy to overlook some of these things that are not perceptible to us, but they are to a lot of others.
Well,
And
one of the things to think about is a dog's sense of smell is far greater than anything that we can. Cat's sense of sight is incredibly.
Cats can see like aura trails, I think. They can like see, I think they can see like ultraviolet.
I think you might be right, which is one of the tools that we use in paranormal investigating. Sometimes we use ultraviolet lights to detect, residues and spirit trails and something along those lines, and I believe that was lighting up right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've got something. Hi.
I think it just moved.
It probably just moved from me moving, but, it's worth noting.
Yeah.
We note everything. But yeah, they have senses that are far greater than ours.
Absolutely.
And so I think that it is going crazy. So I think that it is, they're a great resource to use on an investigation. Someone like Sammy, who, Sammy and I have a very deep bond. He's my buddy. He goes most places with me. He's definitely going to keep me safe from both human and potentially paranormal things that he detects it as, not being a safe situation. Mm-hmm. I don't want to give too many spoilers away from the episode, but Sammy definitely had us closing the investigation down early, didn't we?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back and take him back and do another part 2.
If you're wondering, for your own curiosity, well, which one would work best for me, I would recommend a dog, because if you bring a cat to a abandoned courthouse, it might be a little hard to wrangle that puppy in. Or kitty in, I guess I would say.
I have...
But,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I have seen cats in haunted locations quite frequently, especially like old haunted houses that are open to the public kind of situation.
how do they do that? Like the harness, or do they just like put the cat in a purse and like...
No. The cat lives there.
Yeah.
The cat...
like
It's not like beep, 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 beep with a cat. Meow, 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 meow,
the
meow.
head sticking up. I don't know.
You're so funny.
So how do they use cats at these places?
So the ones that I've been where the cats actually live at the location.
So that's different, though.
How's that different?
Well, because if you're bringing a cat somewhere.
I wasn't talking about bringing a cat somewhere.
So if there's feral cats, so if there's cats around, barn cats.
No. These aren't barn cats. These are. See, no. No, these are cats that they live inside the location. Some of these are museums, homes, that sort of thing, and then they're open to the public. Oh! I was just at one recently, the Calaveras County Historical Society Museum in Angels Camp. Phenomenal place, like absolutely phenomenal. The museum is over an old mine shaft, and the museum is a little plug for them. The museum is like 4 or 5 buildings out back, and they have one of the best collections of Gold Rush artifacts and wagons. They have a horse-drawn hearse and a body wagon. I didn't even know there were body wagons. I didn't know anything. But they have a cat that lives on site, lives on premises. Ooh. Yeah. And so I plan to go back there really soon and find out more about how the cat interacts with the paranormal. But I've been in locations all around the country that have cats on site, and a lot of people will tell you that the cats let them know when there's something. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they hiss, sometimes they interact really well with the paranormal there, and just they'll meow and they'll turn on equipment, and just like with Sammy, there's almost always... Do we have 2 spirits here? Did we just get a yes and a no?
I think so.
But just like with Sammy...
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
They'll get information and feedback that the animal has detected paranormal activity, and they turn on equipment, and lo and behold, there's paranormal activity happening.
How would you do it to the way of like, it'd be a canary in a coal mine? Would it be a kitty in a
You're trying
Canary.
to go for some fancy alliteration, aren't you?
Yeah. Canary in a
Puppy in a
coal mine.
paranormal?
You
Puppy in a
see,
paranormal?
you see, there's one. Write that down. There's kitty in a creepy place. Write that one down too.
Oh, kitty in a creepy place.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see hashtags.
Well, thank you for following us on our very silly journey today, and thank you to our ghost host for joining us. And we will see you on the other side.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. And thanks for joining us. So you can catch us back here. We are coming out with more episodes here at Foothill 7 very soon for the Haunted Horizons podcast. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. The hashtag and handle Haunted Horizons Official. And we'll see you guys
On the other side.
on the other side.